Welcome, friends, lovers, and every soldier in between.
Thank you so much for your service.
I hope you have received your cootie shots because today we go to battle with the circle dots. Why? Because war never changes. A line of attrition and a game of calling bluffs. There's really only a few things you need to know. These here are light units, these here are heavy units. Don't get surrounded and push that line. But there's only one way to find out, and that's by doing. Let's go! And we are immediately into the match, and I have two fronts that I need to worry about. Okay, well that is good to know. Immediately grab all of my troops, form a line, pull yourselves back a little bit, and go get my troops onto my cities. Welcome to War of Dots. This game is all about the idea of attrition. There are enemies, human players on both sides. Right now, I'm currently the blue. Down the very bottom right is our troop counts. It really does become a game of cat and mouse. Why? Because you never really know exactly what the other side is going to do as soon as you decide to attack. Attacking, we'll start to see that our numbers will be dropping. As we see there in the very bottom right, we can tell that red and purple are attacking one another, so their troops are dropping. So logic would dictate that I would maybe want to attack now, or I can sit here and let them battle it out, because otherwise me getting involved is not going to be in a good position. I have managed to not win a single match of this game. I've played maybe about 6 matches or so, and I have yet to win a single battle. So that means that I'm probably going to be playing more so of the game of attrition, of trying to hold out more like the 300 man of Sparta, more so than any Roman culture of actually taking over cities. If anything, I'm going to be more Roman culture of actually probably just having my entire metropolis burned down to the ground in all of my best efforts of which to not die. Now, up here in the very top left, I do see that red is starting to pull back, and is actually pulling back a lot here. So I'm actually going to take advantage of that and trying to close off this mountain pass. I don't want him trying to take advantage of that positioning again just yet. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull a unit up here to the north, because I don't know if he is going to push through that point or not. Now, he has multiple tanks moving in on this northern side, so I gotta be a little bit careful as to not try to push too far forward. I'm gonna actually try to put my production straight into heavy machinery, because that way, if I find an opportunity of which to try to push back, I'm gonna want to do so with heavies against heavies and use that to my advantage against his infantry. It's a very slow-going game. It's a very big game of cat and mouse, of who's gonna hit first. You never really know. And I'm a little bit worried about it in general. Red does have 3 tanks up here at the northern section, so I'm a little bit worried that he's going to try to push through hard with all of his troops and cut me off. Now, I could also try to get in from behind him and do something like that, but I just noticed that he has a troop on his city there, so I know that I'm not going to be able to get around behind him without him noticing. Now, purple has 1 tank up here, another tank here, and 2 more down here. So I'm actually going to preemptively swap these 2 units to try to match him toe-to-toe with the 2. Now, I did accidentally make a tank over here, which is a bit unfortunate, because the more units we have, the more our economy is going to suffer. We do have an upkeep with them to make sure that we... let's try to put that down to an absolute minimum, because if we run out of funds up here in the very top right, we won't be able to resupply our troops nearly as much. A little bit of a different concept from our typical kind of gameplay here on the channel, but like I said, I've been having a lot of fun playing this. I've been doing a lot of it in the background, so you'd think I'd be better at it, but no, I am not. I do got to be a little bit concerned about the fact that my capital up here in the very top north is actually close to the red front lines as compared to where their capital is kind of a little bit further away from me, and the purple capital is way down here in the very bottom right where that star symbol is. It is a bit harder to kind of get over there, and he's got river aspects to him. I'm a little bit confined in, while purple is a little bit more spread out. Now, I see here that red and purple are still battling out. Red is down to 299 and purple's down to 305. Oh wow, they are battling it out hard. We can see here in the very bottom left too the amount of casualties that they've actually taken. So I could even use this a little bit to my advantage. Like, let's say if I were to just say push forward just a tiny bit. This could be a bad decision, but I'm just going to push forward a little bit to give him a little bit of a scare. I'm not going to combat him at all, because you take less losses, you take less attrition when you are defending. You want them to attack you you don't want to necessarily attack them. But of course, we can't all just sit here all day staring at each other, calling each other pretty. There has to be some combat, some push-worthy that's going to make them scared. If I can try to play this off a little bit of closing off these routes, then it means that while they're combating one another, it's still going to make them a little bit scared to do so. And currently, I do see that purple is trying to get his tanks forward. Yeah, he has one that is currently damaged right now. And actually, can I scroll in? He just went off map. But as you can see, you can't tell their health at all, except the fact of when their units look a little bit kind of, how do you put it, see-through. Because as they are see-through, you can tell that they are getting closer to death. They are getting closer to being absolute destruction and running out of their own health. We have morale and health bars. The most two important things to be looking at. Now, if I am to just sit here and bide my time, they might just end up off of one another. I can see their borders here on the map. So if I were to see, per se, like purple pushing really hard into red, that would be my greatest opportunity to push forward over here on the right-hand side. It's not exactly your super high-octane gameplay that one might expect from something like a Call of Duty, but it is still just as equally fun. Now, I think I want to play a little bit of a game here with red, because red is lower, he is lower. So I could perhaps take another unit and push through behind the mountains and try to get around behind them. I kind of want to get a little bit of a scouting party, pushing in through this crevice and see what's going on down here with them. I can tell that red doesn't want to engage me, and I can tell that they are still kind of combating one another over here on this side. This is where they're fighting. Because red is up here, he's not pushing me in the north, purple's not pushing me over here into the east, which means that they all have to be fighting down here in the south. We can see their borders just slightly moving on top of one another at the moment. So even just to screw over red a little bit more, I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can push in around this red guy and force him to actually move away. He's going to have to take troops off his front line to combat me. Either that, or he might try... Yeah, let's actually pull back a little bit. Yeah, purple is watching. I saw him move up troops closer to that mountainside, so he's going to know exactly what's going on. So I'm actually going to swap out my units a little bit and get them healed up so I don't have my weak, already damaged units on the front line trying to fight one another. Everyone is still full health. Red is the lowest out of troops at the moment, so I shouldn't have to be necessarily that concerned just yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and move one of these troops away from the center, just so I will have it closer to the front line to reinforce myself when I want to. And with that space now available, I'm going to put my stuff up to max, make myself a tank, and get that stuff prepared. On top of that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and push this down, and I'm going to make another tank. Move my production back up to max. Get me another tank up there. I think it costs 600 to make one. I could be wrong. It cost 400 to make one because I saw that my funds went down by 400 to do that. So, I've got 2 tanks to go against their tanks. I got 1 tank to go against their tank. I got 1 tank. But now as my tanks are building up here, they are going to be a little bit more concerned. So I'm actually going to go ahead and push in a little bit on this side. I want him to be afraid. I want him to make sure that he knows that I am watching him. Now, actually, do I need to have 3 tanks? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and make 1 more tank there at the capital. There we go. And now let's go ahead and hold off on that for the moment. I don't want to make too many troops. As my troops are sitting on my cities here, they are taking absolutely no economy. While they're on here, they are considered garrisoned, and they won't take up any more of my funds as typical, typical attrition of having them out on the field. I can tell how my attrition is doing by the fact of how quickly my funds are going up and or down. Currently, they are very slowly going up, which means I'm probably close to the maximum of which I can really afford here. So with that being said, though, red is pushing in really hard. So I'm going to go ahead and push in on this side, too, with 3 units and force red to move away some from the front line. And it'll actually kind of move up some space for purple as well to maneuver more into red. We need to make sure that we keep the attrition going. Yep, he's moving in units. He's moving in units. And then if I back up a little bit and have him attack into me, I can have 3 units all on top of 1 guy. 3 units all hitting 1 single other enemy unit and get them into that choke point. I should have an extreme advantage in terms of actually doing damage to them. With this being said, I'm actually going to go ahead and take these units up here in the north, and I'm going to draw a little bit of a better line, simply because I don't like the fact that he could possibly get around me if I wasn't paying close enough attention to it. If I wasn't paying close enough attention to it, he could easily get around me. His troops are currently kind of stuck. He's not going to be able to get out unless he moves away all of his units. Yep, unless he moves away his units and tries to get him out there, he's not going to be able to find an escape for him. So I'm going to push in a little bit further, but I don't want to get cocky about it. I don't want to push in too hard, or else I'm going to find myself getting my troops surrounded. If you find themselves outside of the borderline and completely surrounded, then they will lose their supplies and health a lot faster. So as these troops here are dying off quickly, I'm going to go ahead and try to play it safe. If I see these troops die, I'm not even going to push in. If I see them dying, I'm just going to hold my ground and just take the win in the fact that he had lost troops. Right? So I can even go ahead and position him out, move this guy, and he has a little bit more health in comparison, which means that I can actually go ahead and take this, move him back, take this, move him back, go up over here, go back into that city, reinforce your troops the best that you can. And with that being said, I'm actually going to go ahead and... Actually, I don't need to do that. I'm going to hit clear. I don't need to move that troop. I want to keep this front line held on strong. And also with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and reorientate this line a little bit, just so they're better spaced out and nothing like that could really happen. Red is being a big problem up here in the north. I am still fairly concerned about the fact of what he could do. He could try to push forward really tough and just break through and try to get to my capital. So with that being said, what do I want to do to combat that? I don't really want to move too many more troops away from my cities, because if I do this, I bet my funds are going to go down quite low, and that is still not full health after being made. This one isn't either. But you know what, that's fine. He will heal along the way. I'll get him ready and prepared. But now you can tell that my funds are stuck at 410. I'm no longer gaining any money. Which means I'm going to go ahead and take one of these troops and move him back. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this line, wait for that troop to move out, and we're going to reorientate this line, and even fall back a little bit as well. This guy, I think he is fully healed up, so I'm going to go ahead and transition them out a little bit. My funds are going down because I can no longer keep up the economy. That is fine. I have to be ready and willing to go. So it looks like red has surrounded some purple troops. I see that little circle here. I see that circle, and that circle is gone. That means that whatever was surrounded there, purple lost a full-on unit. I'm going to go ahead and push through a little bit and just keep the pressure on a little bit more. And on top of that, I don't think he wants this to happen. So instead of waiting for him to push through, no, push through, go that way. I don't think he wants that to happen. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull back a little bit as well, because I don't want my troops getting too hurt. I'm going to come on down, transition him out, go into there. I'm going to put you over to here, and put you over to there. I'm going to go ahead and move you in. I'm going to move you back so he has force to attack me. While on this terrain as well, though, heavy units do less damage on these terrains. The heavy units really only do the most damage and most capability when they're out in the open fields and grass plains of the terrain, right? So I'm going to go ahead and swap out my units and get them healed up and ready to go. I'm going to back this guy up away from the front line. There we go. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit, because I need to monitor my troops. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull them back. Right, I'm attacking too much into them, but that did make red lose a bunch of troops, though. That's what matters. That is what matters, is that red lost a bunch of troops. And so now he's going to be a little bit more weary about his losses and casualties, while I'm sitting here with a large amount of excess that I can use really at any time. So as this unit starts to move in, I can just easily go ahead and transition him back to a city, get healed up. I'm going to go ahead and tack into his northern unit. He's going to lose that one. Perfect. And then keep this guy healed. I'm going to go ahead and move him behind the other front line. It's the point that I actually go to record a video is when I actually might end up winning. I'm not going to spoil anything for myself just yet. I don't want to get myself... Oh, red is surrounded at the moment. Red is surrounded because in purple territory, it's got that circle. Red now has a unit that is surrounded. He is down to 187 troops. So he could be having an issue and losing even more. Yeah, and he just lost another one up here to me. He's lost one up there north to me. So this actually might be my time for me to push in as myself to get in past purple. Yep. Get everything. Push in against purple and make him freak out a little bit. He's not going to know what to do with himself. I'm going to go ahead and actually move this tank up, even though he's not fully healthed up yet. He will still be healing regardless. Get around him. Purple is getting surrounded. Beautiful. Get around him. Push in. You can move back. You will sit your ground there. You will come back. You're going to come back over here as well, bring in all these. These guys are just sitting around not doing anything, so I'm going to go ahead and pull you back because I don't have the funds to keep on replacing all these troops either. So I have to be careful about this. Otherwise, I'm going to end up completely broke and unable to defend myself. So I have to be ready. Oh shit. Okay, no. Okay, let's do this. And kind of build a line like that. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this and surround him up a little bit. Like so. And no, what are you doing? Get back here. Don't push into that. You're gonna get yourself killed. Okay, so I'm still at 331, and I have half the amount of casualties as the rest of them. So how am I gonna combat this? I'm actually gonna go ahead and push a unit way up here just to go see what is up there, make sure that no one is getting around behind me, because that very well is a real concern that could happen. I'm actually going to go ahead and push on over here as well, see what they do with that. I'm going to take a tank over, because he only has 3 tanks up here. I have a lot of tanks up here. And with that being said, actually, can I just push through? Can I push through this straight? Yeah, we do got a infantry up here in the north. I'm going to go ahead and actually move him around and start fighting that infantry. See if we can do anything about that. Nothing's really going to happen there. Water does continuously hurt you when you're in it, so you try not to be in the water as much as possible. My funds are still going down, so I'm actually going to go ahead and take this tank and move that one back. Let's go ahead and spread these out a little bit, and I wonder if I can actually get in behind him. Oh, hey, hello, I just realized a couple of my troops actually did get in behind him. Get in, go, cut him off, Yes, I know I'm losing a lot of troops, though. I know I'm 100% losing a lot of troops. I'm actually going to move that unit back up there in the north. I'm going to have you guys start combating in the city. I'm going to have you guys over here in this east side. Go push in. Just go push into that city there. Go. Get around. I am losing units. I'm trying to surround them the best I can. And then go push in. Yep. Get around behind him. I do have a tank that's stuck. Go rescue him. Oh shit, he's about to get into the city. No. This is why you always try not to leave your cities undefended, because that can happen. Oh no, this is not going so well for me, guys. Okay, red has collapsed a little bit. Let's go in towards there. I'm going to tell you to go around. To there as well. Purple is still combating me really hard. I need to pull back a little bit and actually try to form a wall the best that I can. I don't know what I can really do about this, though. I do have a little bit more funds to use in comparison. Red is dying over there all by himself, so I can actually probably just go ahead and push into there. I'm going to go ahead and tell you to go around there, tell you to go around there. Cool. Purple is being surrounded. I've got him. He's on the run. I'm actually going to go ahead and form a line right here. I'm going to tell my troops to move on down. I'm going to go cycle you back. Keep my front lines healthy. And then if I can get his capital here, I'm actually going to go ahead and take this tank and start telling him to go move on down there. And take this tank, tell him to start moving on down there. Cool. We actually have increased funds right now. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy and move him all the way down. We should probably be sitting back a little bit more on... I'm going to go light, and I'm going to go max, make some units. I can help out with the economy a little bit more that way. And I'm going to go ahead and take all these units, and I'm going to build a line right here and try to get around them. If I can take the rest of these troops, they are still all healing up. No. Hang on. Take you. You are going to go back. You're going to go back there. I need to swap out my hurt units and have them heal up while he doesn't realize while I'm healing. I can use this to my advantage to try to get around him. Okay, you know what? Just take out this capital. Take out this capital. I'm going to keep one unit over here on this west side to try to make sure that no one is going to be moving in behind me, which he is, Take the capital. Come on. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Beautiful. And then cut the line. Cut the line. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm going to move in these units then. I'm going to move in a bunch more. I have too many sitting way back. Purple, you still need to die. You still need to die. I'm actually going to go ahead and do something like this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to do something like this. Get you guys going around them. Get around them. And fight as much as you can. These guys are getting stuck on the water. I don't like that you're getting stuck on the water. So, you know, I'm actually going to go ahead and take these units and tell them to hold this ground. Tell you guys to come around and hold this ground. Try to protect that the best that you can. My units are healing up back here against this front line. That's fine. I have a lot of units being made at the moment. One is trying to push through somewhere around here, I think. Let's go ahead and stop that from happening. And can I actually close him off? And don't let him onto the bridge. Don't let him onto the bridge. Move back, move back, move back, move back. Build a better line. Have them attack us while we try to play the attrition game. I still have 100,000 more troops than they do, and they're not going to be able to do much about that regardless. Right? Except that my troops being stuck in the water is a bit of an issue. I'm going to go ahead and move these guys up a little bit more. Red has still not capitulated, which means that he can still fight on and take that city. Purple can still try to take that city away from me. And that is not very good. We do not want that to happen. I'm going to go ahead and put you forward. Push through, push through. This is a city here. Let's see if we can get around them. I'm actually going to see if I can tell them to cut them off. Come on, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. Get around behind them. Yes, 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 come on. Cut off their supply line, cut off their supply line. I cut off my supply line. What do you mean? No, it's supposed to be the other way around. This is supposed to be the other way around. There we go, but my troop is now in the water, so it's kind of a problem. And by kind of a problem, I mean a big problem. So let's see if we can stop that from happening. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, am I actually about to get my first win? Am I about to finally get my first win? Did I actually play my cards right for once? Hey, yo. Okay, you know what? Everybody, just come on up, why don't you? Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I'm just gonna go make a run for their capital real quick, see what happens over there. He's got a unit on it. Okay, so it's not undefended. Is this one undefended? Let's go take a look. And no, he's got that defended. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and take you back, take you back, take you back, take you back. Push you in, get into there. Come back around. You can push into there. You are gonna have to come back. That's fine. Let's go ahead and push into there. Push you into there. Push you into there. And there we go. Trying to get as much collateral as possible. I do feel like I need more tanks going on here because we are having a lot of heavy battles happening. So I'm actually going to go and swap that over. And make sure to just keep on making tanks. I gotta be careful about this. Purple is saying good game. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Let's not get myself cornered. Let's not get myself cornered here. Let's get around behind him with my tank and try to surround his unit over on this side and push in the best that I can. Yep, and then pushing from behind, pushing from behind. Don't let him close that line. Don't let him close that line. Don't let him close that line. Get it, push in, push in, push in. I need more tanks. You go around, go push into there, go push into there, get into those cities. Oh shit, my troops are surrounded. My troops are surrounded. Let's not let that happen. One did just die off because of that. That is okay, though. Start pushing in all these units from this side. Come around and go get this. You come around and go get this. My troops are getting surrounded, which is not exactly prime. I am going to be losing out on a lot of units here if I'm not smart about this. And I am actually not being smart about this, so I need to kind of let that go, live and forget, I suppose. Come on back, and then let's just go ahead and form a line again right here, see if I can actually try to find some support there. I'm gonna actually take you guys back so we don't end up getting surrounded dumbly, because God knows I very well could still accidentally lose this if I am stupid enough. But he is pushing into me, especially with these tanks. I'm gonna see if I can actually try to push on through with my tanks. Okay, okay, good. Actually, I can probably come around on him with these troops, can't I? And then let's go ahead and form a line back over here. No, actually, he's pulling off. He's pulling off. That's fine. I can even take one of these tanks and actually just say, go hold up that point if I really need to. Yep. And combat him. Get him stuck. Get him stuck. Get that tank. Get that heavy unit. Get that heavy unit and go. Go, heavy unit, go. Go, heavy unit, go. Go, heavy unit, go. You got this. Okay, you guys, what the hell are y'all doing over here? Okay, let's just go do something a little bit productive, why don't we? I'm gonna be careful and make sure that he doesn't somehow get behind me and steal a city. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I have all of... And I won! We got our first victory, Digidis! We can see here that he is very low on troops. My first recording of War of Dots and my first victory. There we go. Not even enough time to remind you to like and subscribe. So hey, that's a short video for you. Thank you. I'll make sure to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Woo! Let's play more.